On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to greatly reduce the rattling sounds on your garage door, so stay tuned. Welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, please consider pressing the subscribe and notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. If you have been tuning in with our garage door maintenance series, you can probably say this is episode number 2. First one is how to stop the squeaks and how to reduce the noise on your noisy garage. So if you haven't tuned in with that video, check out this link on the top right and check out also the link on that video on the bottom of the description. I showed you how to stop the squeaks, but how do you stop the rattling? Most of the time, the rattles comes from the rollers and its stem, and all around the different areas as well. Stay tuned for this video and I'll be showing you the secret and how to reduce the rattles. Again, I'm going to open this garage door for you friends. This is a fairly brand new garage door that I just got 6 months ago. And let me open it and you can hear those rattling sounds. Now that we found that most of the rattlings are coming from the rollers, let me just get out my decibel meter and let's figure out how loud this door actually is before we actually do this fix. So now that you've seen the decibel reading, let me go show you 2 methods on how to reduce those rattles. Let's go with method number 1. Changing out the rollers. The rollers that came with this one are these hard plastic versions. You can feel it by being hard plastics because if you go try to dig your nail into there, it just doesn't go through. It's very hard and plasticky. Other version rollers that are very loud as well, that rattles a lot, are the metal type. So determining on which one you have, either one will make a lot of noise going onto this steel track. We're gonna go change out those rollers with a quieter type roller, which is made out of nylon. This one is by Duralift. It is made out of nylon and it has better bearings for a quieter, smoother operation. I'll leave a link on the description down below so you can go check these out if you are interested, but they should come in a pack of 10. With these being nylon, if you try to dig into these are a lot more squishier and definitely will be a lot quieter. And look how smooth these bearings are. So putting these through the track definitely has a better glide on them. There are 2 methods that I know of on how you can remove the rollers. One method is by removing the track itself, and the other method is by removing the hinges and bending the track. So the first method I'm going to show you is how to remove the track without having to take out any of the hinges. This is very dangerous if you don't know what you are doing, so make sure that if you're unconfident with this type of work, please hire a certified and qualified technician that works specifically on garage. So let me show you the most dangerous part of this job, and this is on the very bottom hinge right here. So let me go and open this garage door right quick. And you will see this on newer type doors. The bottom bolt that's holding this hinge, this roller right here, is marked red, and it specifically says here, do not remove red fasteners. So if you have a newer version garage door just like this, again, this is the 2022 version that I got just this year. These newer garage doors have these for safety features, and you can see that on the bottom as well, you can't really access that bolt right there, so for safety features you can't take that out. The reason for that is because this cable right here is under tension, and if you remove that, you could easily get injured by this getting flung at you, because right now it's on a tight mode. If we fully open this up, you can now see that this cable right here is no tension at all. Before you go and start any of this, the number 1 thing that you need to do is turn off the garage opener, and that's an easy thing to do. All you have to do is look at the plug and unplug your garage door opener, and it is now off. Second thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take this safety latch right here, this pull cord, and you're gonna pull this like so. So by doing that, this garage door is now detached from the garage door opener, and you can manually open this up by hand like so. And look at this, I'm just using one hand, easily lift that up. push this back down. The first method that I'm going to show you is how to take off the rollers by taking off the rail. So this method right here will only take off the first 4 rollers. Let's mark off these brackets where the railing is attached to the studs on your wall. Mark off where this position is so that when you take it off and put it back, you know exactly where to position it. Right, so that's one bracket, and then we're gonna go and do the next bracket on the bottom. Now, depending on your version, in your model, each bracket is different. And then for this one, I'm not gonna worry about the sensor because when I take this off, this should be clipped on, but I'm still gonna mark it just in case right there, just in case it does, you know, come out of the positioning. I'm gonna be using a deep socket on this one. It's a 7/16 millimeter deep socket right here. And I'm also gonna be using an extension for this one so I can get a better reach. Now, these tools, I'll leave the link on the description down below as well. We got those 2 brackets loosened up. The last one we're gonna do is loosening up this one because this railing is attached to this one and this is where it splits. So notice how by doing this method, you can easily just take off the rail from here without taking off and getting into that dangerous bracket right here where the tension and load is. What you gotta do now is remove this railing and you can easily replace 1, 2, 3, 4 rollers. There you go. Easy. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Now I'm going to be showing you method number 2, which is pretty much the icing on top to reduce these rattles on your rollers. And that's by adding these right here. This is super easy to install. This is our old roller right here. Here's the stem. You take that sleeve. It's made out of plastic. You just slide it. It is nice and snug in there. And here is that lock washer. You just place it on top. And then we do a quick tap on there to lock it in place, and that's pretty much it. Now you're probably asking, what is the purpose of this? It's pretty much to avoid the metal to metal contact. This thing will dampen the impact or the rattle onto this right here. So since we just put this roller, we're still gonna get that rattling sound because if you look at here, you still hear that rattle. You hear that? Now that is the metal to metal from the roller stem onto the hinge tunnel. So that is pretty much making the racket. But if we place this stem sleeve right here, this roller stem sleeve, all you have to do is slide that in there, easy. It's a little bit muffled now. Instead of, if we take this off, see that high pitched sound? And then we place this sleeve inside. It has become muffled in sounds. Sure, you're still gonna get a little bit of rattle, but the sound has been muffled. Now that is one of the biggest secrets out here that I don't see much people showing people. So if you're interested on this sleeve right here, and it comes with the lock washers as well, I have this on my Fix This House store website. I'll leave the link of the website on the bottom on the description down below. Check out that link to my website. I have these available. Now you're gonna take this lock washer, flip it over, and then you're gonna go like just like that. You can just use one of these deep sockets. This just happened to be a 13 millimeter. Replace it over like so, and then just take your hammer and pound it to lock it in place. And again, you don't need to tap it super hard. You just do a very light tap, and that locks in place right there. That sleeve will not come out now. We're gonna do that on all 10 of the rollers. Well, all 9 left, because that is the 10th one. And that's pretty much gonna muffle all that rattling sound. See that? It is nice and muffled, not one of those high pitched like what I showed you before. Pull up here, hear that rattling. We put the sleeve over it, and the noise has been greatly reduced, the rattle. Okay friends, so now we have all the roller sleeves installed, all 10 of them, both on each side. Now we're gonna go listen to the sound of this with the nylon rollers and with the added cherry on top, which is the sleeves for the rollers. I'll let you hear the before. And this is the after. We're gonna go listen to the decibels on the after. So there you have it friends, you've seen and heard the final results on the new installed nylon rollers and these added sleeves for the rollers. Again, these sleeves right here with its lock washers, I have this available on my Fix This House website. Make sure you check the link on the description down below for that website that I have. It's a brand new website. This is the only one I'm selling at the moment. If you want a pack of these, they come in 10. Perfect for all the rollers on your garage. I'm probably the first one to introduce these sleeves to you on a video, so I'm highly impressed also on the noise reduction and the rattling reduction on these. Still gonna be a slight rattle, but it's gonna be muffled, and you'll see a night and day difference on that. Okay, so super easy to install. If you have any questions how to install these, which is fairly easy, leave a comment down in the section down below. And if you found this video helpful friends, please hit that big thumbs up, press the subscribe notification bell, and I'll see you friends on the next garage how-to and future videos.